Hi, everyone. My good friend Darlene from Screamin' Mamas, an amazing website that you should check out, is asking me to do a video about writing. And I thought, well, I could do it just about my writing journey, but I would like to talk about some of the lessons that I've learned along the way. I'm a terrible video maker, so I hope you'll bear with me because I'm going to mostly read from a script that I will also post in case there's anything that you might want to use for help, and you can just look at it in the notes. So here we go. I have always loved to write, but it has been a struggle to make a passion that brings me peace into a career. When I was younger, reading saved a very socially awkward young girl, and because I lose myself in a story when I read, and writing helped me to get by academically. Being a writer seemed out of reach for me, and it was a long time before I could share any of my writing with anyone. I am super sensitive, even to this day, so each rejection cut like a knife, but each publication felt like Christmas. I did my best to carve out time to writing while I was teaching full-time, but most of my writing happened on vacations. I'm now retired and spending more time on my writing career. I have so much to learn about writing, but I have learned a few lessons I'd like to share with you along the way. Now, remember I said I was a terrible video thing? Right now, my border collie is trying to get on my lap, so just bear with me. Know your reason for writing. I write because it brings me peace. I'm smiling most of the time I'm writing. I enjoy sharing experiences, information, and encouragement to help readers. I love hearing that my writing has helped someone. Create a writer's footprint. You need to make it easy for people to find your writing. So write for your local media, magazines, businesses, and online sites, and maintain a blog. Editors and publishers often want to see some type of clips of your writing, so a blog is an easy way for them to be able to see that. I use WordPress. There's a lot of different blogs out there, but WordPress for me is so easy. You can see my blog if you want to go see a very basic one at www.jenniferswriting.org. There are two online sites that I write for. One is called Medium, and the other one is called Newsbreak. Medium you have to pay for, and it's I think it's $50 a year, and Newsbreak is free. Both of them, you can start to make money after you have 100 followers, and it is not hard to get 100 followers. I think Medium, it might be Newsbreak. Newsbreak also requires you to have 10 articles written before they will begin to pay you. Break some of the rules. I hear rules like write every day, but my creative flow doesn't work like that, and forcing myself to write every day doesn't produce quality writing. Another rule is when people say find your niche, and that would mean the type of writing you want to be known for, and they say, well, stick to that. You should write what you enjoy writing about, and my tastes have always been eclectic. My first book is a teacher's guide, the second is a self-help, the third is a children's book, and the fourth is a running book, and the fifth is going to be a romance. So don't limit yourself unless sticking to one type of writing is what you want to do. All right, the next one is very important to me because it was hard at first. Don't pay attention to the haters. There will be hateful people who will be mean for the sake of trying to hurt you. Ignore them and do not engage them. A hater cannot stand to be ignored. When I see a hateful comment, I remember a story I wrote for an online news site called Newsbreak. The article was about why we have Christmas lights. The comments on that article ranged from racial slurs to political rants, and there were a few that weren't even complete sentences. There were over 100 comments like that. So I read them to my youngest daughter, and she said to me, Mom, this article is about Christmas lights, right? And now whenever I read a hateful comment, I just think back to the Christmas light article, and I say, people are just a little crazy sometimes, so don't worry about it. Make contacts. Join writing organizations, writing groups. Facebook has a lot of great writing groups. Many are local, and you can set up, for example, we have quite a few writers in our area that go to local craft markets, and that's a great way to sell your books. But just look on Facebook, social media, you will find some things. Go to conferences, workshops. Don't give up. I think probably every writer at some point has said, this isn't working. Maybe I'm not good enough. You probably are. And if writing is something that gives you peace and that you enjoy and that you use as a form of expression, then you should keep doing it. And eventually it'll work out. I can't speak for everyone, but for me, success has taken time. Time to build up a following, to get people, more people to see my work. And it can be frustrating sometimes, but at least in my case, I have had to be patient. And now I'm starting to see a difference. So just hang in there. Find a place to write that inspires you. You can't see what's in front of me, but I have everything around me that makes me happy, that reminds me of the people that I love. I have words of inspiration. I have the most comfortable chair in the world. And there is a couch to my left where the dog sleeps and keeps me company. And the whole room just motivates me and makes me want to be in here, which is always good on those days when you just don't want to really do anything. A lot of times people ask me, where do you find the ideas? I think most writers are more observant than most people. And I had a neighbor say to me the other day, you are so observant. And I think that really helps you as a writer because you see things that other people don't. And I think we are also very good listeners. Like I unfortunately am always listening to other people's conversations. And a lot of times those conversations end up in my articles. Or it could be conversations with friends. I also have a lot of friends who come to me and say, Jen, I have an idea for an article. My husband told me the other night, he goes, Jen, the best idea for an article for you. And that helps. And I have to tell you that most of my articles come when I'm out running. There's something about movement for me that really gets my creative juices flowing. So that's where most of mine come. Sometimes I'll be reading something and something will jump into my head, or if I'm watching the news, it's just all over the place. Just keep your eyes and ears open and you'll have plenty of things to write about. The last things, I think that's it. That I would say something that this is probably negative, but as far as cheerleaders in your life, if what you're doing brings you joy, realize that even some of the people next to you, very close to you, might have difficulty sharing that joy with you. Don't let that stop you. So I won't go into it more than that, except just to tell you that my family rarely reads anything that I write and are very non-excited, or not non-excited, but they are not impressed with me. They love me, but I don't think they're very impressed with the writing section. But don't let that stop you. Just keep on going. And I hope this has helped you. If you have any questions at all, you can reach me at my blog. Bye.